Senegal are your African Cup of Nations champions, and deservedly. No one will complain because they deserve it. Like there were so many things that happened in the match that it will attract attention. It will make some players look so bad. It will make some players look so good. But overall, like the game was good. From first minute to the last minute, Senegal were the best team. Like no matter who you supported or who you were with, one thing that we all will agree on is that Senegal were way, way better, overall than Morocco. I personally think Morocco and Senegal are the best two teams in Africa currently, and they are the two teams that in the last 10 years invested the most in their youth, in their football, overall when you look at the general Africa. And this shows like from the results and products that they're getting. Going back into the match and forgetting about the history, is that I think the first goal should have stood, personally, because the contact was minimum. Even though Sa tried to defend himself, to let go the player who was holding him, which was Ashraf Hakimi, it was deemed to be a foul. On the other side, the two players were holding, and it was deemed to be a penalty. There was contact, yes, that's why it was a penalty. So if that was a penalty, it should be a goal. That's what I believe. But there's something people might not understand, like why Senegal were leaving the ground. To be specific, there's so much things that happened to the Senegal and Senegal players before the match started and on the way to the match, because if you remember the stadium that they were given to train, there was spies, so there was, where people can easily record and know how they're training and those things, and their training can be leaked, why they protested and asked for change of the ground. And even after the stadium, like whatever, the training ground was changed, when they were then asked to go by train to the, to Rabat, where the final was being hosted, which I don't think is a good thing for overall AFCON, like the federation. They should do better. They should provide better transport for the teams, which, the Senegal players, even though they raised, concerns, and they say that we are not happy with this, but they still comply with, you understand. And this, after that happened, already we are counting two things that happened, right? The third thing is that when they arrived at Rabat, there was no security, there was no one protecting them. When the players came to the stadium, or when they left the train and they reached at the station, like there was too much fans waiting for them, in that the players couldn't even move from the end of the elevator that they took. That's the level of hardship they dealt with. Then today, after the penalty was given, there was a lot going. The cameras were not showing. We will see them after now that the match just ended. We will see them later. There was a lot going behind Morocco's goalpost, where Yassine Bono was, because he had to leave it also, and that's why they deemed to be like there was no sufficient security and all those things. That's why they said they wanted to leave. But as a leader, as players, Sadio Mane and Idrissa Gana Gueye didn't leave the field, and they encouraged the players to come back. And after they came back, they still managed to save the penalty, which was terrible from Brahim Diaz. But I'm from there. Senegal looked at the team that was trying to prove a point, which eventually they did, and they scored the goal, that won them the game. And even after the Senegalese scored, what's it called? I think Senegal was still better, because sometimes when you score goal, you know, like you take that pressure off, it takes the pressure off you, and you start feeling, oh, you know, we have nothing to lose, let's protect what we have. But they were still going for it, and Morocco were not fighting that much. You know, like they were out of gas, I guess, because they were feeling, oh, we were confident, because they had 70,000 fans, Senegalese fans in the stadium, while Senegal had only, if I'm not wrong, they were given 2,853 fans. You know, like that's so terrible. You know, the federation tried everything to give this cup to Morocco, but they couldn't. The 50 years continues, because at times justice prevails. Even though the hosts didn't deliver the way they were supposed to be, because they knew their team was in the final, which actually I was happy with either team that wins. But when they did all these things, no one was happy with it. Like the general Africa was not happy with this, because we always want the best team to win on the, you know, best conditions for all. You know, like all the, as I said in many videos that I made before about African Cup of Nations, like Senegal and Morocco are the best teams considered. All, you know, like factors remain, you know, stable. And that's the same thing, you know, like against the game they played Cameroon. You know, like there were so many factors that was affecting the game, you know, which really raises the question, you know, like, was, you know, the federation trying to help? I was personally happy for, you know, like there's a video on my Instagram where I was really praising, you know, the Moroccan Federation, because of what they have done, because of how well they have, you know, built their team, and that should be something that you cannot just overlook. So yeah, I think personally these things didn't work out for the way they wanted, but at the end of the day, the best team won. Congratulations to Senegal for winning. And one thing that I really want to talk about is Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane has shown his quality as a player. He's shown his quality as a leader. He's shown his quality as, you know, a man, you know, as a person, as a human being. You know, like we have seen him clean toilets. We have seen him, you know, build hospitals. We have seen him, you know, in every situation that you expect a normal person to be. You know, whether you're poor or rich, like he has touched you in one way or the other. Because Sadio Mane is the same player who had that iPhone that was broken, you remember? So yeah, I really appreciate how he's showing us that the way he's showing us money and fame cannot change you as a person. Like it's just a platform for you to perform and give your best to your people and your country. So yeah, with that all to say, congratulations once again to Morocco. Morocco were the better team. Congratulations to Senegal. Congratulations to Morocco. Senegal was the better team. Morocco was the second best team, and both teams were the best, two of the best teams in Africa. And they have shown by how they played on the beach and off the beach, like all these other things that do not involve the players, the 22 players who are playing, is an external factor. So as a player, you just deliver your job, and they did. So yeah, until another video, that's where I'm gonna stop ranting, you know, about the game. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of content, and you will subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in one of my coming videos. So